The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Total Non-Stop Action World Championship! Introducing the challenger. From Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 231 pounds, Joe Hendry. And his opponent, from Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Total Non-Stop Action World Champion, Steve Maclin.
The most highly anticipated main event now. TNA World Champion Steve Maclin defending his championship for the first time against Joe Hendry, the former TNA World Champion, getting a title shot straight after his loss to Nick Nemeth. And it was after his series with Nick Nemeth that whoever would win the last contest against each other, they would not be able to challenge for the TNA World Championship until the champion would lose that title. Nick Nemeth would go on to lose the TNA World Championship back in March in a triple threat match at TNA Sacrifice against Steve Maclin and AJ Francis. It was AJ Francis who'd go on to win the championship, but just last month at TNA Rebellion, it was Steve Maclin who would pin AJ Francis to become the champion. Joe Hendry had to sit by and wait for the opportunity to get a rematch for the championship, and it was a couple of weeks ago on TNA Impact that Joe Hendry would face Nick Nemeth one more time for the #1 contender spot for the TNA World Championship, and it would be Joe Hendry who would go on to win the match. But Steve Maclin now looks like he's fully in control of this match against Joe Hendry. This is a whole brand new era for total non-stop action. Headlock there by Steve Maclin. Joe Hendry now in trouble. We've had such an incredible show here thus far at TNA Under Siege, and I cannot wait to see the outcome of this matchup. Oh, discus clothesline, and down goes Steve Maclin. Joe Hendry with an elbow drop to the lower back of Steve Maclin. Impressive skills there by Joe Hendry. Went for the right hand by Steve Maclin, but he missed it. Joe Hendry, oh, look at that kick to the gut there by Steve Maclin, off the ropes. Oh, what a flying clothesline there. Down goes Joe Hendry. Steve Maclin now waiting for Hendry to get back to his feet. Oh, and he drives the shoulder blade hard into the stomach of Joe Hendry. Steve Maclin now waiting for Joe Hendry, but he's going onto the outside. Oh, what a senton splash there to Joe Hendry off of the ring apron. Tie up by Steve Maclin now. Oh no. Elbow shots to the guts by Joe Hendry now. Hendry now with a tie-up. Slams Maclin into the security guardrail. Watch out here now. Joe Hendry. Power sit down powerbomb on the outside. And Steve Maclin is now hurting. Tied by Joe Hendry. Brings Maclin back into the ring. Joe Hendry now with a tie-up. Front face lock into a suplex coming. He's just delayed it there, having all that blood rush to the head of Steve Maclin. Down he goes. Joe Hendry has been a superb main event star in TNA for a little while now, and he's certainly showing his skills against Steve Maclin at TNA Under Siege. But Steve Maclin now is regaining control of the match. Oh, what a club to the back there by Steve Maclin. Now look at this. Submission hold coming. Oh, that hard figure four. And now all tie up by Joe Hendry. Power slam. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be in Arizona on June the 6th for TNA Against All Odds. And already we have found out that the Hardys will be defending the TNA Tag Team Championships against the Nemeth brothers. That was already announced just after the cage match we just saw. Oh, knee to the face there, and down goes Steve Maclin. The champion is in trouble. Joe Hendry now just waiting for Maclin to get to his feet. We've had such an incredible show here. We've had a new TNA International Champion. Eddie Edwards was crowned the inaugural champion. Just a fantastic show with incredible talent here tonight, and was no exception for the main event. Suplex to the outside. Joe Hendry is in trouble. The TNA World Championship is on the line, and that opportunity is slipping away from Joe Hendry if he does not get back to his feet and into the ring. Oh, he gets there. Oh, what a flying lariat there by Steve Maclin, bringing Joe Hendry to his feet. Tie up. Dragging Hendry into the ropes now. Tie up. Forearm smash to the back there. Joe Hendry now in trouble. He is hurting right here. Oh, look at that. What a reversal there. Down goes Steve Maclin. Oh, what a knee to the face. And Steve Maclin now is busted wide open. And now Joe Hendry hyperextending the shoulder as he yanks the arm of Steve Maclin. Tie up by Joe Hendry. Irish whip into the ropes. Discus clothesline, no. Steve Maclin reverses it. Went for a flying lariat, but Joe Hendry got out the way of that one. What a right hand. Waist lock by Joe Hendry. Side German suplex, and Steve Maclin's down, followed by an elbow. Steve Maclin is in trouble. Joe Hendry going to the top rope. What's he going to do here? Oh, went for a splash, but Maclin got out the way. Axe handle right to the back of the neck of Joe Hendry, and then to the lower back. Steve Maclin now. Oh, no, axe handle again to the center of the spine of Joe Hendry. Oh, look at those strikes there by Steve Maclin now, taking control of the match. Irish whip, no, Joe Hendry, what a forearm. Oh, and there's a clothesline there by Steve Maclin. Maclin now bringing Joe Hendry to his feet. Several punches to the gut there. Joe Hendry is in trouble now. Steve Maclin looks like now he is here to hurt Joe Hendry. Suplex again. Down goes Joe Hendry. Maclin now with a tie-up. Irish whip into the ropes. Ducks under. And again. Spine buster. And Joe Hendry is in trouble now. Oh, look at that kick to the face there. Joe Hendry with a cover. One. Just a one count there. Joe Hendry now. Oh, knee drop to the face. And now Joe Hendry waiting for Steve Maclin to get to his feet. Tie up. Dragging Maclin into the top turnbuckle. Slams his face into the turnbuckle pad. A European uppercut followed by a stomp to the chest there. And now Steve Maclin is in trouble. Joe Hendry, what's he going to do now? Stomping away on the gut of Steve Maclin. It was as if he was trying to give Steve Maclin a chance to catch his breath. Tie up. Irish whip into the ropes. Oh, he throws him over his shoulder. And crash landing is Steve Maclin. What a kick to the chest there. Maclin rolls to the outside now. Joe Hendry went for an elbow drop, missed that one. Oh, what a takedown there. And Joe Hendry's hit the back of his head hard onto the floor. Tie up. And now look at this. Oh, snake eyes into the security guardrail to Joe Hendry. And Steve Maclin now is going to the top. What's he going to do? Oh, knee drop to the face. And Joe Hendry is laid out. Steve Maclin going to the top again. Elbow drop. And that too also connects. Joe Hendry is in trouble. It's like his lifeless body. Oh, look out here. What's he going to do now? No, Joe Hendry got out of that one. Shot block. Down goes Steve Maclin. Joe Hendry now trying to bring back the match into his favour. Both men collide there. Steve Maclin gets back into the ring. The referee at count number 6. Steve Maclin now. Oh, what a punch hard to the face there to Joe Hendry. Tie up. Kick to the gut now. DDT. Joe Hendry's in trouble. Tie up by Steve Maclin. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Sets him up on the top. No, Joe Hendry stops with a boot to the face. Tie up by Joe Hendry. Look at this. He's got him in a fireman's carry. What's he going to do now? Snake eyes into the top turnbuckle. Oh, Steve Maclin meets him with a kick to the gut. Right hand. I think he's going to go for a neck breaker there. Clothesline by Joe Hendry. And again. And a third one. Steve Maclin getting himself back into the corner. Joe Hendry now. Forearm to the face of Steve Maclin. Joe Hendry now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 punches to the face there. Steve Maclin managed to push him off. There goes Joe Hendry to the outside. Steve Maclin now. Just trying to shrug all the damage off here, trying to catch his breath. The referee is counting out Joe Hendry. Oh, went for a suicide dive. He thought Joe Hendry was going to go back into the ring, but Joe Hendry stayed stationary. And now Steve Maclin is now at the worst end. Oh, kick to the face there by Maclin. Clothesline, down goes Joe Hendry. And you can see both participants' blood just staining the mats on the outside of the ring. Joe Hendry now in trouble. Steve Maclin going to the top rope. Oh, knee drop. And that's got to take the wind out of Joe Hendry. Tied by Steve Maclin. No. Joe Hendry now. Elbows to the gut there. Clothesline. And now look at this. On the outside. Fall away slam. Joe Hendry has the champion's number. He's bringing him back into the ring. Here's the cover by Joe Hendry. 1. Oh, just a 1 count. Joe Hendry can't quite believe it. What a right hand there by Joe Hendry. Waistlock applied. German suplex. Down goes Steve Maclin. And now look at this. What's Joe Hendry planning now? Oh, look at this. Oh, Steve Maclin kicks Joe Hendry off him. Flying lariat. Down goes Joe Hendry. Elbow drop to the chest there. Steve Maclin now. Right hand. Neck breaker. And both men are down. What a match this has been for the TNA World Championship. Maclin now bringing Joe Hendry to his feet. Oh, now Joe Hendry's been busted open. And now Steve Maclin setting Joe Hendry up on the turnbuckle. What's he going to do here? And oh, what a German suplex off of the top rope, landing in the center of the ring. And the fans are loving it. Steve Maclin now. He's waiting for Joe Hendry to get to his feet. Spear! Steve Maclin just speared Joe Hendry out of his boots. And now Steve Maclin, kick to the gut. Oh, that double hook DDT. And he calls that move the KIA. Here's the cover, 2, 3, and Steve Maclin retains the TNA World Championship.
Here is your winner, and still total non-stop action, World Champion, Steve Maclin.
What a phenomenal match. Steve Maclin is still your TNA World Champion. Both men gave their blood, sweat, and tears for that phenomenal match. But it's Steve Maclin who reigns supreme here tonight and is still your TNA World Champion.